What I want you guys to do is that when I call your name, please raise your hand so that when I call your partner's name, partner should raise their hand and you guys know who each other are. Because I realize that like nobody knows anybody else's names. And as soon as you know who your partner is, you need to move to be beside them because we're going to do this dominoes activity, but I want to put you guys with your partner so you can start thinking about it together as we talk about how to actually do this. Thank you, Ralph. Sanai. Sanai, you are with Kyla. Kyla, stick your hand up in the air. All right, you guys are together. Alina, you are with Yasmin. So right here. You guys are partnered. Nasiba is not here. Let's see. And neither is Ralph, so that works. Sochi, hand up for me. You are with Sean. Sean, hand up. You guys are together. Okay. Taylor. Taylor, you are with Brennan. Hand up. Okay. Tristan's not here. Kevin, you are with Kaylee. Lauren, you are with AB. AB, put your hand up. Thank you. You guys are together. All right, that leaves me. Let's see. Jason, you're going to be with Milton. And Tristan,
yes.
You and Fabiha and Fatu are going to be a group.
Oh, we're in a group. Okay.
You're in a group. All right, so I need you guys to move to be next to your partners, please. If you don't remember your partner, please let me know. Oh, Tommy, I didn't put you with, sorry. Fatu, I'm going to put you with Tommy. My apologies. I totally spaced. Okay. So you guys are in groups of 2. Everybody should have a partner. Yes. Jason, you're with Milton?
Are you?
Yep. All right. So I'm going to pass out groups of domino cards and scissors, and you guys need to begin to cut these apart. However, do not cut straight down the middle. Remember, dominoes have 2 sides, a left side and a right side. So your dominoes need to still have a left side and a right side. Don't cut those apart. You just want to cut them basically as long rectangles.
I don't even have a speech for it. I wrote that whole speech in my report, so I don't even.
So I want you to work on cutting these apart.
What if I worked on it
Tristan here.
in the hotel? I said, hey guys, let's start my speech.
No, that's not one of those.
Because remember I told you last time.
You guys are welcome to move on.
Girl, you have interview skills.
No, I don't have interview skills. I'm not doing that. I'm doing my other
Yep, we're playing dominoes.
basic office operations.
Oh, the test.
Do not cut them down the middle. Remember, dominoes should make long rectangles. They need to have a left half and a right half. So do not cut the left and the right apart.
I need to
Grab that
finish.
for ya.
I got one more problem with
Here we go.
I need help with one problem.
Yes.
And I'm
Let me get
done.
them started on their activity and then I can help you with that, okay? All right. As you guys are cutting these apart, and because there's 2 pieces of paper, both people have a pair of scissors, everybody should be cutting these apart for me, please. Make sure you are not cutting the left half apart from the right half. Don't cut it. Nope, don't do that. Caught you just in time. Oh, she was getting ready to cut this part. Don't cut those two apart. You need your dominoes to have a left side and a right side. Yep.
Oh yeah, we're doing dominoes.
We're doing dominoes. So cut around the whole thing and then only cut left to right. So you should have big, long rectangles that have two sides. I'm glad I caught you earlier today. The person that sits literally in that exact same spot, cut them all in half. And so then they were like, can I have some tape? Because I wasn't listening.
Can we cut them across?
Yes, you want to cut the dominoes out so that each domino has just one left side and one right side.
So one letter and one number.
Yes. Every single domino card that you cut apart should have one half that has a graph on it and one half that has equations on it. That's what a single domino should look like, right there. As you guys get these cut apart, I want you to pull 3 of them kind of front and center so that you and your partner can look at these together. I want you to pull out A, E, and H. Pull those 3 apart. We will end up using all of them, but we're going to demonstrate with these 3 right now how to do this activity, how to play dominoes with these dominoes.
Monday's conference day. Like, you would do a conference day.
So all day.
I mean, no.
So with these 3 dominoes right here, A, E, and H, I want you to put this one, H, right in between you and your partner. Yep, so take H, put it right in between you and your partner. Now remind me one more time, if I have dominoes like this, if I wanted to match this side, I would have to match that with a domino that looked like what? Has to have 5 on one half. Does it matter if I put it here or if I put it at the top? Thank you, Nasiba. Could I do it like this? Would that be okay? Or I could have it down like this, or I could have it off to the side, right? Nasiba, I'll get you your partner in just a minute. So looking at these dominoes, I'm looking at domino H right now. What do you notice about this graph?
It's pointing down or you can give it has a maximum and there's 4 points.
Yep, it's got 4 points marked. It's pointing down, so we know it's negative, right?
And it's maximum.
It has a maximum. So I want you to look.
3, 2.5.
Yes. Look at cards A and E. And I'm looking at the equation side. Which card, A or E, has equations that would match the graph on card H? E. Why?
Because it has y equals negative x plus 3 squared plus 25.
Y equals negative x plus 3 squared plus 25. So I see that negative like I wanted to. That means it's pointing down. What does the 3 and the 25 tell me?
It says use
Isn't it H and K?
It's H and K. What do we have to do to H first, though?
flip this on.
Flip the sign. Anytime you have quadratics and parts of it are inside parentheses, you're going to flip the sign when you're looking on the graph. So there's that vertex, right?
What about the positive 3?
That's a negative 3. Inside the equation, I see a plus 3. So on the graph, I'm looking for minus 3. Is the 25 inside parentheses? So you just leave it alone. It's a positive 25 on my graph.
Yeah.
If it's inside parentheses, change the sign. If it's not inside parentheses, leave it alone. So I'm going to take card E, and I'm going to match it to this graph. So you should have card E with the equations for card E touching the graph on card H. What would I be looking for to match on the other side of card H? Like, what would I want over here?
You need to find something that has either roots of -3 and 5, or the 18K of there'll be like a 4 and then 1.
Yes. These three equations here on the left-hand side of card H, those are all describing the exact same parabola. It's just three different forms for that exact same parabola. Yep. So I can see my x-intercepts of 3, 0, and 5, 0 from this equation. What can I tell from the vertex form? Vertex is what here?
Where did you underline it?
I'm looking down at the vertex form down here.
Oh, sorry. It tells you it's 4 and -1.
4 and -1. So I need a graph that has a vertex of 4, -1, has x-intercepts of 3, 0, and 5, 0. What can I get from the general form? What does that one tell me?
I think you're A.
What did you say? This number right here, your C value. What does that tell me about the graph? That's your y-intercept. Do you guys see a graph that has a y-intercept of 15, x-intercepts of 3 and 5, and a vertex of 4, -1? A. Card A. So I'd want card A over here on this side of card H, because that graph matches those equations. And on the other side of card H, what do I want? What do I want on the other side of card H?
There's no more.
Yep.
Oh, I thought we already.
I want card E, because these equations match this graph. Remember, the things that I put together that touch need to be describing the same things, just like I would do with actual dominoes.
Do you think we can do some tape? Can
Yes.
You pass out some tape for us for like tape?
Absolutely. That's the next thing I was going to do. While you guys are working on making these matches, I'm going to pass out some large pieces of paper and some tape. So as you get these matches made, you can start putting them together. Okay? I want you guys to take turns making matches. Every time you make a match, you need to be able to explain to your partner why that's a match. And your partner needs to understand and agree with you on why those two go together. So go back and forth. One last thing I'm going to tell you about this before I bring around the tape and the paper. When you are all done, every single domino should be touching another domino. It's going to make a loop. So it's not going to start on one side and end on another. If it does that, look at this domino, look at this domino. They should match together. You should make a loop out of these. Okay? I'm going to bring around paper and tape. Don't worry about filling in the missing pieces right now. Just work on matching what you have with a graph. If you get your loop all made, then we'll talk about those missing pieces. All right?